It's Johnny Venezia of RotoWire, and here's 4 hot waiver wire ads you need to get on today. First up, we're going to go with Christian Encarnacion-Strand for the Cincinnati Reds. Just 18% owned. I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. He's not really having a good year, but in truth, he's just come back from injury after missing almost 2 months. And the first few weeks of his season did not get off to a good start. But after this 2-month hiatus, he's done really well in his first series back. He's 5 for 10 with 2 home runs, a 45.3 hard hit percentage for the season. The Cincinnati Reds playing a very hitter-friendly ballpark. He's in a lineup that he can do a lot of damage. And if you watch CES, you know he's got a lot of power. So this is a guy that can be a really nice pickup for you that's not really being talked about for the foreseeable future. Next up, we're going to go with a guy who refuses to give up on the MLB dream. Carlos Santana's had a really good career. And at 18% owned, I think there's value in him still as a fantasy hold. He's only batting .255 with 7 homers and a .744 OPS on the season, but his .287 BABIP and 42.1 hard hit percentage suggests that he has the ability to give you some fantasy production. He's had a big time May, batted over .316 with 5 homers and a .994 OPS. He did cool off a little bit in the first week of June, but this is a guy I think is worth a speculative ad just to see if he can recapture some of that May magic, because if he can, he's going to be a nice addition to your starting lineup that can help rack up some points for you. So it's definitely worth the gamble to pick up somebody in Carlos Santana that may be able to help contribute to your fantasy team today. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And right now, RotoWire is going to give you 15% off of any product at rotowire.com. That includes our top 400 prospect rankings, prop picker tool, and expert access to those tough start-sit decisions. Use code YouTube15 at checkout today. Of course, you're also going to get the college baseball picks and the wisdom from yours truly. Super Regional Sunday is concluding. Next time you talk to me, we're going to be doing a little College World Series Omaha preview, so make sure you get in on that subscription today. We're back here with another big-time name that you need to go get for your fantasy team. Zach Neto, Los Angeles Angels, 80% owned, so he's not exactly a secret, but there's still a 20% ownership gap that I think is too large. Zach Neto is a guy I really loved watching at Campbell. He was one of the big reasons why I had some big Hail Mary tickets on the Campbell Camels to win the College World Series a few years ago. He was a perennial star, and that's why he was a middle first-round pick in 2022. But he's really found a way to transition last year into blossoming into a star as a major leaguer, and he's had a pretty solid go of it in 2025. .273 average, 10 homers, .817 OPS, but he's really started to catch fire at the start of June. To .296 average, 1 homer, .840 OPS. He's going to be a perennial superstar, especially if you're in a dynasty league or a keeper league, and this is somebody that you can pick up or trade for and hold on your roster for a while. I really like what he has to offer, and this is a guy that can catch a ton of fire for the second half of the season, propel you to fantasy greatness. Last but not least, let's go with Willi Castro for the Minnesota Twins. 44% ownership, but recently that number's jumped up from about 24%. So he's picked up about a 20% plus ownership difference in the last few days or so. It's a .255 average overall on the season with 6 homers and a .776 OPS, but lately he has been hot these last 2 weeks. It's a .302 average, 4 homers, and a .1005 OPS. His .314 BABIP and .121 WRC plus also suggest a lot of positivity and a lot of underlying metrics that can support him having a good rest of, the foreseeable future and continuing this success. But more so for Castro, the reason why I really like him, the positional versatility. He can play pretty much any position in the infield, not eligible at first base or catcher, and he's got the outfield eligibility as well. So you never know when you need him to slot in at second or short or third or throw him in the outfield. And having somebody like that is very underrated. It's a big advantage to be able to slot a productive offensive player in anywhere pretty much in your lineup for your fantasy team. So definitely get in on Willi Castro as soon as possible because that ownership revenue is increasing.